Another game that's going on today, and that's out in Texas, where the Longhorns host Clemson. It's Quinn Ewers versus Cade Klubnik. I know how you feel about Cade here, Danny, and I'm coming to you first. Josh, you stay put. We're sorry for making you brace the cold out there. Listen, I want your take here. But Danny, I want your take on Quinn Ewers here. Is he really 100%?
I don't think so. There's a different version of Quinn Ewers that I saw earlier this season. When I was watching the Michigan game, I actually sent a tweet during the game, and I said, this looks like the future #1 NFL draft pick because he played like it. But since then, he got that oblique injury, which he had just a couple games later when he was handed it off. Then he had the ankle injury. Here's a couple plays. Now, watch some of the mobility and the arm talent that we see when he is fresh. This is a throw a little bit off balance to his right, pinpoint accuracy, perfect placement on the football. So you see him able to move around in the pocket, and you see him able to rip the ball down the field with not much effort. And he's able to stretch the field vertically. His average depth of target has dropped significantly over the latter portion of the season. So now you got another situation where he's in the pocket. Now this is just flat out playmaking ability, but again with the ankle where he's essentially wearing a ski boot. I haven't seen him make many plays like this lately either. The type of plays that you're going to need if they are going to live up to the favorite billing. And then this one's just a flat out playmaking ability. Again, mobility, getting outside the pocket, and then the arm talent to make a throw on the run, find an open receiver down the field. That's the guy that I want to see because we haven't seen that one recently. We've seen this version. Now watch his feet. Doesn't step into it. Kind of throws off his back foot a little bit. Throws it behind his receiver to the inside. On an outside breaking route, you cannot miss inside or it's going to get picked almost every single time. He had not one but two of that exact same type interception. But maybe, just maybe, the 2 weeks since the SEC championship, give him a little bit of time to get healthy. If we see that Michigan version, they could win the national championship. If we don't, they could get beat today. All
right, Josh, it's your time to shine. What Danny wants to see versus what we will see, two different things. What are you expecting to see from Quinn Ewers tonight?
More of the same. I don't think there's any reason to believe he would play at a different caliber. To go to Cannell's point there, we don't know that to be true definitively, but let's just walk it through. Let's say it is true. Let's say he's not 100%. Steve Sarkisian has acted exactly how you would if you were his head coach and play caller and you knew your guy wasn't at 100%, but you didn't want to reveal it publicly. Because he has seen the same stuff we've seen. The difference is if he's armed with that information, it makes sense that he's bristled publicly at the notion that he's too loyal to a guy. Or if Quinn Ewers comes back next year, it may be for another team because he knows the guy at 100% was his starter for a reason. But having said that, if he is what he's been, that's the recipe for a very compacted, close game today, and it shouldn't be that. Texas outclasses Clemson fairly significantly, but then again, they outclassed Arkansas. But it was a compacted game because they couldn't make plays, and that's why I expect Arch Manning to be part of the game plan today, not start. But people have kind of looked side-eyed at that as well. I looked side-eyed at the fact that he didn't get more participation in the SEC championship game. So I think he'll play today. I think they'll win, and I think it's a big pressure moment for everyone involved in that organization.
All right, Damian just threw his hand up. I don't know if he agrees with you on that point.
No, I did because that was going to be my question to Pate. Should they inject Arch Manning? Because listen, I want to set the table here, Pate. I want to go back in time. All year long, we have talked about, is this Quinn Ewers' team? Yes. Is Steve Sarkisian making the right decision by keeping Quinn Ewers as a starting quarterback? Yes. This is his team, right? Well, what I see is a fan base that supports Arch Manning. I see a team. I see players that support Arch Manning. And I'm going to even give you some perspective, right? I remember the opening touchdown for Arch Manning against Texas A&M. He comes to the sideline. He is getting crowned. People are ripping his jersey open like he is Superman. They rallied around him with an attitude that I haven't seen them play with all year. Then I'll do you one even better. In the SEC championship, people might not have even seen this. There was a time where Quinn Ewers re-aggravated that injured ankle. He hobbles off to the sideline. There weren't any trainers. There weren't any teammates that came and patted him on the behind like, yo, are you good? Are you okay? So to me, this doesn't look like or seem like or feel like Quinn Ewers' team. So is it time to just say screw it and inject Arch Manning into Texas' veins?
Hey, real quick, I mean, that must have been when you guys tossed Jalen Hurts to the side, right? I mean, that was kind of like that when you guys embraced Tua.
Well, no, because I'm going to sit on here and speak facts. And this is a production-based business.
Right,
and if you have to produce at a position and you're not doing that, you have to find a guy that will step in and do that. And even from a statistical or the numbers that Arch has put up, I'm not necessarily talking about that. I'm talking about the swagger. I'm talking about the attitude. Because Texas is easily, in my eyes, one of the more talented teams in the country. They've got the talent at the running back position. They've got the talent at the offensive line. They've got the receivers. They've got the defensive line. They've got the DB. They're just not playing with an attitude.
You got to be loyal. That's great. But loyalty to one guy is a dereliction of duty as your head coach. You got to be loyal to your locker room and put guys out there that give your locker room, your team, your organization the best chance to win. It is my opinion that mixing Arch Manning in that equation gives Texas a better chance to win. I'm not the head coach at Texas. We'll see if he agrees with me today. But watching that SEC championship game, I thought it was pretty undeniable.
All right, gentlemen, we will leave it there. Josh, go find a fireplace. We appreciate you joining us here live from Columbus. Catch more from Josh every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 8 p.m. You can watch Josh Pate's college football show on YouTube. He has everything you need to know to be a part of the greatest game.